6 months ago, Shan South operated as a vibrant agricultural hub. Farmers gathered at a large-scale fertilizer factory to exchange techniques, monitor soil health, and plan for future yields. Reaching that same location today requires navigating a series of military checkpoints and barbed wire barricades. The factory is no longer operational. Portions of the site are reduced to ash, leaving a crater where the region's commercial infrastructure once stood. Despite this destruction, the farmers continue to plant. For these families, agriculture is the only path to survival, forcing them to work the land even as the surrounding economy collapses. This survival imperative creates an immediate need for seeds and fertilizer in a region where liquid cash has effectively disappeared. A local shop owner who previously paid for supplies in cash now finds himself paralyzed. His customers need a full 4-month season of credit to plant their crops, and he cannot restock unless his suppliers offer the same terms. Standard corporate credit policies flag this kind of lending as an unacceptable risk. Lending capital for 120 days in an active conflict zone violates almost every conventional safety model. Formal business relies on the threat of legal enforcement. When the rule of law vanishes and the courts stop functioning, written contracts become worthless. My company could not assume that level of risk. We walked away from the deal and left the region. When the infrastructure of formal finance fails, conventional business models stop working, leaving a total economic vacuum. However, a local biofertilizer producer in the same area is actually expanding. He is currently moving twice as much product as he did before the crisis. He provides the exact 4-month credit window that we rejected, and he does so without a single signed contract or legal guarantee. This creates a paradox. There must be a way to secure massive amounts of capital and manage risk when legal documents have no power. This system uses geography as a form of collateral. These farmers are tied to their land. It is their only livelihood, which means they cannot simply disappear with the debt. The system also relies on a deep-seated cultural taboo against dying in debt. Here, the obligation to repay is a moral weight, carrying more authority than a court order. The producer advances fertilizer directly to local input shops. These owners distribute it to farmers they know personally, acting as decentralized risk assessors. After harvest, farmers return earnings to the shops, flowing capital back to the producer, funding the next season. In this environment, shared cultural morality serves as a functional substitute for a legally binding contract. This trust-based system is a specific response to extreme circumstances. It is not a universal corporate strategy that can be easily replicated in more stable markets. The financial risk remains present in the system. It merely shifts off the corporate ledger and is carried instead by the strength of community ties. For a business to survive the collapse of formal systems, it must prioritize a deep, on-the-ground understanding of local culture over reliance on external policies. When the physical and legal foundations of a region are lost, survival depends on the strength of the people remaining. In a crisis economy, human trust functions as the last remaining currency. Sometimes it is the only one that still works.